name's Milo. The voice is a bit croaky today, but we're going to power through. Yeah, and I'm streaming games, retro games, about heroines. So, this is one of the classic heroines, Wonder Momo from the 1987 Namco arcade game. Now, there's... Yeah, we're going to play this game until we get too skeeved out to continue, because... well, we'll talk about it as we go on, I guess. But anyway, yeah. Greetings, Gibbon. Just getting myself set up here. We'll watch the attract mode a little bit. It gives a basic explanation of the game. And I'm trying to get my stream up over here. Yikes. Okay, there it is. Good. Alright, so yeah. Momo is a schoolgirl. I think she's supposed to be middle school or something. I'm not entirely sure, but she has the ability to transform into Wonder Momo using magic space alien powers or something. The Shiftylook comic goes into it a bit more, so I'll talk about that as well. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we have to fight off the invasion of the Waru demon alien people. What's unclear to me from the context just depicted within the game itself is whether it's all a stage play or whether, as presented in the comic, it's started as a stage play that turned into an actual alien invasion and they just kept going. Yeah, so let's start. I am playing the arcade version. I considered playing the PC Engine version, but apparently it's a little bit cut back from the arcade original. It's missing a few levels and sound effects and such. Oh, is this two-player? Must be alternating. Oh, okay. Alright, cool. Yeah, so that's part of the kind of cheesy, lighthearted, fun nature of the game there is you see Momo mimicking the MGM lion roar. Anyway, so these are the water demons. They dissolve into dust or something when you defeat them. But yeah, I guess the idea is that Momo is an actor in a stage play at her school. And during the stage play, an alien invasion happens, but everyone thinks, including Momo actually, for part of it, thinks that it's part of the play, at least until she starts getting hurt and stuff. Ew, this is nasty. Let's turn into Wonder Mode, which you do by tapping the button without holding a direction, I think, is what I've figured out. But yeah, so as Wonder Momo, you get a helmet, and the space armor stuff, and she gains a magical hula hoop to attack with. So that's the iconography of Wonder Momo, the character. My voice is actually a little worse than I expected, but that's okay. Maybe I'll be a little light on the commentary. Yeah, I'm not good at avoiding these guys. They do contact damage, so it's not quite the beat 'em up style. Yeah, so you can grab one of these tornadoes to transform instead of doing the button prompts. And yeah, having the hoop is pretty useful because it gives you a ranged attack. But yeah, okay, it's running away from me, that's fine. Yeah, and Gibbon's admiring the 70s/80s anime art style, and I agree. It's part of the cheesy, fun charm of this game, I think. Oops. Yeah, so she sort of has a neutral stance, and when you tap the attack button in that facing forward stance is when she does a transformation sequence. Yeah, so I guess one of the notable things about this game is the character design. Momo has a very short skirt, and this fact is accentuated by her main attack being this very upright forward kick. That actually plays into the game mechanics later on from what I've read, and there's people who will try and like perv on you basically, so it's kind of gross, especially because Momo is supposed to be a young girl in middle school. Yeah, So kind of sleazy. That's nice. Domo arigato, she said, which means thank you for playing, I expect. But I guess I have lots of credits, so I can just come back, right? Yeah, so I was on this stage before, right? Wasn't I? Yeah. Okay. I haven't progressed very far yet. If you're good at the game, as you can see on long plays and such, it won't take long to complete the game, but I'm going to give myself an hour because I want to also get to Kendo Rage later on, which is another game with a similar-ish theme. Nuts. Yeah, you can still be heard as Momo, of course. Where's my hoop? Let's use that against this robot. Oh, yeah, there it is. So there's a photographer that goes past, and you have to... he wants to take a photo of your skirt, basically. It's like... yeah, anyway. Yeah, so you get another power-up thing and do a massive projectile attack, I guess, which is cool. So you can see graffiti on the wall there. That's interesting. It's very... oh, yeah, okay, Momo in a towel. See, that's just unnecessary. They really lean into it, don't they? Anyway, oh yeah, but the graffiti's gone now, but it was an umbrella thing, which is kind of the equivalent of drawing a love heart and putting your initials in it. And you could see Mo was written there, but no other name. So that's some background storytelling for you. Oh, I can't jump very high. Maybe, I think the jump height expands a lot when you're Momo. Wonder Momo, that is. Oop, yeah, let's get that. Oh boy, I'm gonna die. Okay, nuts. There was also the graffiti on the far left that looked like a face. That's a little trick of Japanese lettering because... oh, I'm done? Even though I had credits, yeah. Wow, okay. It's kind of unforgiving, I guess. Oh no, I start back from... oh, okay, back here? I don't understand the progression in this game. Maybe I have been alternating between two characters without noticing. Yeah, here it is on the left. You can, just by drawing Japanese kana letters, you can make a face. So two not for eyes, two het for eyebrows, and a mot for a mouth. It's something you see at various points if you're paying attention. There's some characters in Okami actually who look like that, basically, yeah. Alright, so I have a jumping attack which I haven't used before. Because I haven't been jumping much, but she does like the splits. Oh, why didn't she do it that time? Maybe I have to be in the neutral position. Hold on. Yeah, like this, and then, yeah. Nice. So you can hit people on both sides. Oh, I've lost my hoop again. Let's just mash through this. Oh no, those balls are crazy. And now I can't see. Oh, what's that poster say? I can't quite make it out. Yeah, Given says he doesn't know what's going on. I'm having trouble as well. So player 1 game over. Oh yeah, so this is player 2. Okay. So I don't actually want to be doing 2-player mode because then I just make progress slower. I wonder if... alright, I'm going to quit the game. That's what I'm going to do. Going to come back in and start again. Oh, it's moved. Okay, it's fine. Sorry about this. I could always switch over to the PC Engine version. It's shorter too, so I guess I'll be done quicker. But there's less enemy types and things like that. It's not a perfect conversion. So let's jam in some credits. Yep. Cool. And push 1. Yeah, that's not working. All right. So what's the problem here? Input general player 1. No. Oops. Oh. Huh? Why did it start? Hold on a second. User interface. No. What do I need? Return to Prime menu. Input for this game. One player start. Oh, it's tab. Okay, so by opening the menu, I actually activated start 1P mode, apparently. I don't know why it's mapped to tab. If that's possible to change that, I should, because that's inconvenient. But anyway, now we're in one player mode and we're fine. So it's nice that the backdrop actually changes for every stage. So this school must have had quite the budget for the set backdrops, I suppose. And I want to use the hoop against this guy because his claws are really... Yep, great. Alright, that was cool. So you can see the photographer running around at the bottom of the stage. I guess the idea is that you have to be careful while he's around, not to expose yourself, so to speak. I was telling my wife about this game last night, and she was pretty grossed out by that. She said it's not a woman's responsibility to to protect themselves from that. It's like the guy's fault for being a jerk and for being a pervert. It's kind of victim blaming, I guess. She told me not to play this game, but sorry, I am. But it's not above criticism. Anyway, I guess the reason I wanted to play it was because I'd been reading the comic from Shiftylook, so I will have talked about Shiftylook before on stream because I played Densetsu no Valkyrie a while back, and on that stream I know I talked about the Shiftylook comic because at that point I hadn't read it yet, so I followed up a little while after that by saying that I had read it and I really enjoyed it, especially after the art shift to Lee Davis. Not so. I wonder if I can yeah, there's a crouch kick as well, so that'll help with those little guys. Oh, these crystals. No, stop. Okay. I went for the jump button, but I didn't get it. So one thing the PC Engine version does change is the images that are displayed on the curtains in between levels. Oh boy, it's gonna kick me out, isn't it? Dang it. Yeah, tab, I guess. Oh boy, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to complete this game, so I think I will switch to the PC Engine version. Despite there were some graphical issues, but we'll just play it anyway. Yeah. It should be a bit easier because I'm now not making any progress here. It's okay, I've got it all set up. Now, as you can see on the sides of the screen, on the left is the cover art, or it's a cropped version of the cover art from the PC Engine game. And on the right is an image from the arcade flyer. Now that I look at it closely, anyway, yeah, this is the game, so let's get into it. As you can hear, there's no little voice clips from Momo, so that's too bad, but the game's mostly the same. This is the graphical issue I was talking about. On all cutscenes, title screen and stuff, there's kind of this rendering error. And yeah, it sounds worse, obviously, that's too bad. But yeah, I don't know. Let's play it anyway. So yeah, you can see that the curtain has a different image on it, a bit less scandalous. Oh, it's easier to control, definitely. I tried getting my usual like controller mapping software to change a controller's inputs to keyboard inputs so I could control main, but it wasn't working today for me for some reason. So it's much more comfortable for me to be playing the PC Engine version, I'll tell you that much. So this is new in this port. There's little cutscenes here. There's text there, but it's all kind of cut off and I can't read it. That's okay. Oh, that sounds terrible. Alright. Nice. So, yeah, Shiftylook, I guess. I was talking about that. Nuts. That stupid robot thing. Let's transform so we can destroy it. So we can jump higher. Hey, what happened to my super jumping? Okay, I think I have to hold up to do a super jump in this port. Yeah, why not? That'll help get rid of those mooks. I haven't quite grokked what all the different colours of power-up are and do. Yes, finally. Hey, bugger off. It came back! I guess enemies will keep spawning until you beat the boss, or maybe they just keep spawning until you beat them all, or beat the boss. Yeah, that's probably it. I don't know. Either way, hopefully we can get through this game a bit easier. I'm losing some health here, but a save state between these levels. Yeah, we got different stage backgrounds, I think, slightly. Okay, I can jump higher as normal Momo as well. Maybe not as high as Wonder Momo, but nice. But I am losing vitality. Hopefully one of those little capsules gives me health. Of course, the bar under vitality dictates how long I can stay in a Wonder Momo transformation. 2 of these guys. Alright, time to transform. That came by at an opportune time. Uh-oh. These balls. I wish I could kick them out of existence, but I can't. Nuts. This game is really hard, actually. I was warned. I thought it'd be okay. I can kick the balls. Well, that's it for me. So, oh, really? Wow. I honestly thought this version would be easier. Run button? What's the run button? Oh gosh, damn it. I better look at that up. Controls, please. What is the run button? Oh, it's enter. Is it mapped to this? Yeah, I've got a map to start on this controller. Okay. It didn't take us too long to get there, so hopefully not too long to get back. Yeesh. Yeah, I'm looking out for little references that I've noticed in the comics to this game. So I've noticed a couple in terms of what enemies are around. I was hoping to get through it to identify more of them, but I don't know, we might not get to the end of the game at the rate that I'm going here. Yeah, anyway. So the comic, I was trying to talk about it. It's pretty interesting. The whole Shiftylook thing, of course, is a saga in itself. It started in 2012, of course, with the idea, yeah, so if you get caught by the photographer, she goes into that pose. Yeah, anyway. The idea of Shiftylook was, I think it was predominantly based in the West in terms of its audience, but the idea was to revitalize old Namco franchise properties and expose them to new audiences. Primarily through a webcomic, but that expanded over time. There were a few animated shows. There was the Bravo Man show, the Mappy show, and there was also a Wonder Momo anime, which was produced in Japan. It was only 5 episodes of 7 minutes each, I believe. I watched it the other day after I'd finished reading the comic. And yeah, from the animations, it also expanded into games. There were a few games put out. Someone asked me on, I believe, the Valkyrie stream, whether Namco High was part of that initiative, and I didn't know at the time. I said, I don't know, probably not. But actually, yes, it was definitely, in terms of the production of it and also the influence on what characters were there and their depiction, because you've got things like, well, it's actually kind of fun how it's like a silly dating sim visual novel thing, but all the characters you can date are Namco characters from games and from the Shiftylook comics, and there's kind of a clashing art style with some of them. So Valkyrie appears in her Lee Davis inspired look, alongside other characters who are more detailed, etc. Oh boy, I lost so much health. You get a little bit back at the end of the level, but it's not great. So anyway, yeah, Namco High was one of the games that was part of the initiative. It was made by Andrew Hussey of Problem Sleuth and, you know, Homestuck and some other stuff. There actually were Homestuck characters in Namco High, oddly, but I guess that's his prerogative as the maker of the game. I don't know. Seems against the spirit of it to me, but whatever. I didn't ever play it, and I don't know if it's still available. Apparently there was an online component, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure that everything made by Shiftylook, despite it, I mean, the big, like, ending of the Shiftylook story is the fact that the whole thing was taken down and deleted by Namco once there was a change of executives, and they decided that it wasn't worth it anymore. Oh boy, oh boy, oh. Anyway, a lot of it has been archived by fans, pretty much most of it, so you can still find it all out there, and it's quite worth tracking down. Run button. I pushed it. Okay, that means I get to continue. Continues are probably limited, so I'll go through those, I guess, in an attempt to continue progressing as far as I can. But yeah, okay, yeah, we're pretty good on time, so it's fine. Yeah, so I don't know. It's a real shame that, like, the project seemed to be gaining steam and doing some cool things, but then it was all deleted. And the fact that stuff was completely, like, not just that it was discontinued, but all the material that had been created for Shiftylook was deleted off the internet. It was all taken down. And I find that really frustrating as a sort of someone inclined to archiving and, you know, quote-unquote gaming historian kind of thing. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, it's pretty annoying, but the biggest casualty of it were the games, like I said. Namco High, you also had a Little Bravo Man game on the iPhone. It wasn't very substantial, but it was tying into the comic. And what else was there? There was one more, I'm sure. There were some comics that were based on, like, new recent Namco titles that were on smartphones as well, like Sky Fox and that one about the space detective or whatever. I don't remember the name of it, as well as them being based on retro properties like Wonder Momo. But anyway, the point is, the other game that was made through Shiftylook was a new Wonder Momo game, and it was actually made by Way Forward, who, of course, are well loved in the gaming community and are known for their heroine characters. So it's a good fit, and their art style really matched what you saw in the comic. Of course, when you talk about Way Forward, they've got games that are their passion projects, which have a lot of love put into them. Oh, really? Ooh, okay. I don't like this. Yeah, skip that. And you've got licensed games, which often with Way Forward and a lot of other companies, you can tell there's not as much effort or perhaps budget put into them. So Wonder Momo Typhoon Booster, as it's called, I think looks a little cheap, but it also still looks good, and it's you know, way forward respect to them. Oh, okay, I thought I was done with the level, but of course we're getting into harder levels now, so there's going to be more than one of those boss type characters. So yeah, Wonder Momo Typhoon Booster was released on the Mac App Store, and also on Android, but only compatible with certain high-end Android devices. I've seen it played on this one that had an integrated controller, and I don't know. Oh, so these guys, the bouncing robot thing, that appeared in the anime, but not actually in the comic itself. Yeah, so Typhoon Booster. It's gone. I don't think... like, some... yeah, okay, so continue. Okay, we can still continue. I've seen that it has been archived by fans, so they have an APK of it or whatever, but getting it to run is another story, because you can't just run it on your basic BlueStacks emulator. Like I said, it needed these higher end devices. I don't remember the names of them, but it's harder than you might think. So all we have of Wonder Momo Typhoon Booster is sort of 5 minutes at most gameplay videos on YouTube. And I gotta say, in terms of the mechanics, is pretty similar to this. You go through platforming stages more than you're just going back and forward on a single screen like this, but you know, it's got the transformation, basic kick attacks and stuff, and enemies coming around. I guess the main thing is the hula hoop, which you throw out and it does bounce around like it does in this original game, but it also has an element of physics about it. So while it's out on the screen, it'll be bouncing around. You can kick the hoop and that knocks it like around, and you can take out enemies that way, so it's pretty cool and interesting. Missed. Oh man, I actually feel in control for like the first time. Yes! Wow. Woo! Nice. Okay. Cool. So yeah, that's the new Wonder Momo game. There's only been 2 games in the series, but this is the only one you can still actually play. And from what I heard, the arcade version is superior, but I don't know, I'm finding this one a bit easier. Especially the ability to continue. So that's something. Oh, nuts. Yeah, I'm going down. This is not good. Given's saying yes. He's impressed with the budget of the drama section of this school. I agree. The new set design every time. It's pretty impressive. Yes, game over. Okay, enter my... Yeah. And continue. Great. Alright, I can still do that. I don't know how many continues I have, but I'm going to try and progress as much as I can in the hour that I've allotted myself. So, let's continue. So, oh yeah, so I mentioned that there are only those 2 games in the Wonder Momo series, but Momo herself as a character has sort of endured through Namco crossover initiatives, and not just Shiftylook. I mean, like games ever since oh, I don't know, what's the first one? Maybe the Wonder Swan one, possibly. But anyway, you might know of well, you might know of Project X Zone, which was a recent game on the 3DS, and it had a sequel as well. It's a strategy RPG crossover between Sega characters, Capcom characters, and Namco characters. But yeah, it's Project X Zone is a successor to Namco X Capcom on the PlayStation 2, which itself is a successor to Namco Super Wars on the Wonder Swan Color. which was, you know, Bandai's handheld competitor to the Game Boy that Gunpei Yokoi worked on. Nuts. Apparently, it's a joy to see a master playing this game, so I apologize that I'm really bad at it. Oh, Gibbon's contemplating a playthrough of the Xeno games and then adding the X-Zone games into that. Yes, I believe some Xenosaga characters do appear in Project X-Zone. Maybe not Namco X Capcom though. I don't remember who did Xenosaga. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. There's a whole list of franchises involved, which is worth looking up if you're a fan of any of them, but I could never get on with that kind of gameplay, so even though I'm kind of interested. There's also a language barrier, as the first two games, Namco Super Wars and Namco X Capcom, were never translated into English, either officially or unofficially. Damn, those robot drones are the worst. Oh boy. Alright, let's do this one. Yeah, okay, that worked. Oh, this game is really tough, I tell ya. Especially if you're no good at it. Oh, okay, so Project X-Zone is also made by the same studio, Gibbon says. Yeah, okay. So it is even more direct than I thought, but yeah, there's a distinct lineage there. So, yeah, Momo actually doesn't appear in the Project X-Zone games, but she is in Namco Super Wars and Namco X Capcom. She also appears in a similar style of game called Queen's Gate Spiral Chaos, which is a PSP game that was a sequel to an earlier game called Queen's Gate. So Spiral Chaos had a bunch of crossover characters from franchises. I think a lot of them are Namco franchises, but yeah, she appears in that, and it's pretty similar to the Project X-Zone style, except they have super deformed giant head kind of art style. And yeah, all her special moves from this game are in there. Although she's also got like the Momo Beam and Momo Hurricane. I guess the Hurricane is a reference to the tornadoes that fly through the stage, so that's not exactly a move that she has, but I don't know where the Momo Beam originated. Whether you have access to it in this game or not, I don't know. But it's definitely something that shows up in the comic and the anime. And I saw it in some footage of Queen's Gate, so I don't know if they came up with it. And then, yeah, but either way, it would actually help me out a lot if I had another super attack, but I haven't seen any evidence of that. Oh, I guess the thing when you get the other power up and then you start shooting things off to either side, I guess that's what that is. I guess that's the Momo Beam. I don't know. She doesn't do the pose or anything. She just spins around. Yeah, okay. I guess that's the Momo Beam. Yeah, alright. We'll go with that. There's a funny part in the comic where, I guess I'll... Alright, before I get to that, let's talk about the inspirations for this game. So, you might be familiar with Power Rangers. So that's one of many tokusatsu, like Super Sentai shows. Tokusatsu means live action with lots of special effects. Super Sentai means Sentai is like Space Warrior, I believe, or like Space Soldier. It came to be a generic term for shows like Power Rangers, where, you know, normal people can turn into superheroes through these like power spacesuits that are probably given to them by aliens or something. I don't know where in the context of the game Momo got her powers, but in the comic it's these lizardy aliens from some other place who they've also been menaced by the Waru demons who are attacking us now. So they help out Momo in hopes that she'll be able to fight back against the Waru demons and in turn help them somehow. Oh man, I'm getting super overwhelmed here. Why don't I transform now? I'm not going to wait for that tornado. Okay, so it does pause the action after a certain point while you're transforming. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is bad. Anyway, the way that the basic enemies there with the grey suits and the masks are basically just a guy in a suit. That's very reminiscent of that show. I think in Power Rangers they're called putties. They're basically the same thing as that. And there was the lobster robot guy that I fought before. It's all very reminiscent of things you might see in those shows, as well as having this normal person transform into a superhero space warrior type thing with the armor and going through the transformation sequence. That's all part of the tropes of that genre. So yeah, I think the game does a good job of capturing that sort of cheesy atmosphere of those kinds of shows. It's just so difficult. And on top of that, you've got this whole conceit that the whole game is in some way a stage play as part of the setup of it. It's not quite like Super Mario Bros. 3, which sort of implies that all the action taking place on your screen is part of some play. In this one, it's more like a play was happening and then aliens attacked. Or maybe it is all part of the play, I don't really know. It's ambiguous, isn't it? Certainly in the comic. I mean, I've said all this already, but yeah, stuff. I really should do that transformation earlier, especially when my wonder meter is full, but you know how it is. When you're being attacked so relentlessly, it's hard to get a spare moment to do it. Oh my goodness. This game is super brutal, dude. Alright, one more go, I guess. And then I might switch games just to make sure we get through Kendo Rage. Because, man, I just can't beat this level. Anyway, let's see. Alright, so Wonder Momo had the Shiftylook comic and stuff. She, as one of the sort of main front runner, what am I trying to say? Her comic was one of the one of the main comics that Shiftylook did, and as such, she's referenced in other comics that they did. So there's a kind of crossover that she does with Bravo Man, where in the comic she shows up and they do the typical superhero team up storyline, and Bravo Man is all very meta and satirical, so it's very funny. The Wonder Momo, what's it called? Wonder Momo Battle Idol is the name of the Shiftylook comic, because Momoko, who is the next generation of Momo, actually is a high school part-time idol, like pop idol kind of thing, instead of being in a stage play. So you've got all that going on. But yeah, anyway, she shows up in the Bravo Man thing, and also in the Bravo Man cartoon at some point as well. What else? So the rival character from the Wonder Momo comic, who's named Akiho Matsuo, who has her own transformation as Amazona, whatever. She is one of the dateable characters in Namco High. And I also recall that Wonder Momo being a successful idol was like a background detail for part of the plot in an episode of Mackie, which is a fun little show as well, that was one of the cartoons. Oh, given saying it's a pretty common trope for a Sentai showdown to take place during a Sentai stage show. Yeah, okay. That's funny. Yeah. Okay. Let's get that hoop out here. Can we at least get past this one stage? Yeah, so the thing about the enemy spawns in this game, they're all fixed, they're not random, so if you get really good at the game, you can predict where every enemy is going to appear and deal with them as soon as they come along, which is, of course, beyond my expertise. Jeez Louise. Alright, what else did I want to say about Wonder Momo? Just the treatment of the main character is kind of unfortunate, but I do like the cheesy theming of it and the whole Sentai stage show kind of look. Obviously, it's led into the whole Shiftylook discussion, which, again, worth checking out. I mean, the comic kind of has the same problem of the game in that it's made by men to like sexualize the female characters, so there's a lot of sort of pervy shots, and their costumes are very revealing, and but you know, that's a factor. That's a definite factor in the comic. But anyway, I think we're going to be moving on from this right now, because there's no way I'm getting any further in this game, and it is driving me to despair. I gotta switch this thing and then start this thing. It's all good, I know what I'm doing. Alright, so reboot and start from the start. Okay, so that was like a Sentai show pastiche, and this game is sort of a magical girl kind of Sailor Moon pastiche kind of thing. It's Kendo Rage. The original name was Makeruna Makendo, which means don't lose, magical kendo. This isn't working. Why is this not working? Well, admire the box art for now. We got the Japanese box art on the left and the American box art on the right. What's the problem? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. We're having some problems with the capturing the footage there, but we're good now. So this game, 1993 on the Super Nintendo. I'm kind of surprised it got localized, but we have SETA USA to thank for that. The game is by, what were they called? Datam Polystar, which is a company I'd never heard of, but they haven't done too much of note. There's 3 games in this series, but yeah, I'll talk about them as we go on. Let's get into like the plot and stuff. I guess configuration, what is this? Oh, please give me easy. I had enough of a challenge with Wonder Momo. Wow, what is this monitor test? Oh wow, that's crazy. Cool. Okay. I didn't expect that. Pad test. Oh wow. Yeah, just whatever. Okay, exit. Let's start the game. Now there should be some cutscenes and stuff. That's part of this game. Alright. Master Osaki found me. Oh my goodness. Whoa, slow down. Actually, if we go back, there was kind of a plot thing on the opening screen, so I'm going to read through that actually this time. The idea here is that we're a schoolgirl with a magical, with kendo skills from the Kendo Club, and through some means we've gotten the ability to transform magically and into like some person with psychic powers and stuff. So, Joe, short for Josephine, yuck. It was totally cool. My parents decided to send me to Japan for my summer vacation. So that's part of the localization. Yeah, Honest Osaki's Kendo School and used car sales. That's the kind of character who gives us our magical powers. In the original, it was a spirit detective, I read. I don't know. So I guess that was the plot. That's all you get. So we'll start the game now. Master Osaki found me this nice little mountain cabin. Oh boy. Run to the bus. Why do you rush? Who wants to know? It's I, Osaki Aritomo, Japan's greatest kendo master, but you can call me Bob. So this is the guy. He seems to have a head shaped like a lettuce or something. I don't really understand that, but he's not really human. I hate rotten evildoers. Oh no, that's just his hair. He has blue skin and pointy ears. So he's some kind of monster or alien or something. Anyway, we're going to use this talisman. Makes you invincible. Where did the batteries go? so it's all very jokey, but that's authentic to the original. The localizers, you know, it's not like a working designs thing where the localizers made up all the jokes. The original was quite cheesy as well. But anyway, here's the game. So, given complementing some of the animations you can see, and yeah, I think it looks cool too. I like the sprite design as well, kind of reminiscent of Castlevania, where the heads are small and you can't actually make out any facial features. Oh, what's with the slowdown, dude? Yeah, I'm getting some lag and stuff. That's not good. Oh well. Yeah, so some of the animations, as you can see, when she starts running quite fast, she turns into a tiny, like, chibi sprite with windmilling legs, and that's quite funny. So yeah. Oh, the lag, I don't like it at all. There's really no reason that should be doing that. Oh, how did I get hurt that much? Yikes. Alright, so it looks like our psi bar for psychic powers fills up over time. And then can we do like special attacks or something? I don't know. It could be a Secret of Mana thing where your attack power increases, that bar goes up, and then it gets drained whenever you attack. Although it doesn't seem like it. Oh, what's that? I don't know, but I picked it up. Okay, can't go that way. Oh, okay, when it was completely full, I had a fire stream attack, so that's good to know. Oh, that bear did a ton of damage. Alright, so watch out for those patches of grass. Yes, pay attention now. Ow. Ah, she's too slow, is Josephine. So in the original, Josephine is known as Tsurugino. And she is a Japanese person, but they changed it for her to be an American exchange student. Meet the new Joe. That fool Osaki will never know it's not you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's obvious from... Okay, so I can't hit those balls. I just have to go under them, I guess. Oh. Let's get close. There we go. Yep. Ah, nuts. Yeah, that number of swords there, that's my life counter. Not doing well. Now you can see there's a big zip on the back. That's a funny detail. I wonder what's going to come out of this. Who are you really? It's Old Man Jenkins. Nope, don't know who it was. Somebody in a fake costume. Made it. And yes, little bus stop. So of course I get on a bus to exit the level. I kind of like the character design here. Oh, okay, so that was round 1, 4:21. There's a global timer thing. It kind of seems reminiscent of, you know, funnily enough, when you used to watch cartoons on TV in the mornings, and there'd be a clock in the corner of the screen. It's kind of like that, but there is a sort of time limit to this game. And if I don't complete it within the time, then I don't know, something happens. I don't know. Okay, nice detail is that the psi and health bars are actually swords. And I just beat up a singing man. He was probably a ghost or something. Yeah, let's go with that. Ah, bears and nemesis. Yeah, bears still do a lot of damage. Come on, you gotta be deadly. Bloody ghosts. Bane of my existence. Oh, I'm dead. My toy elephant has flown away from me. Not toy, it's a magical relic. Okay, I have 4 credits to continue. We will use one and try to do better. I will never die from this point on. You have my solemn promise. Snow! Oh great, like I'm really dressed for this. Would you not do that, please? Okay. So I don't know what the significance of that orb that the guy was carrying is. Oh yeah, he's gonna punch me. I was preemptively taking him out before, but he will want to punch me, apparently. So yeah, my sword is a magic kendo sword. It can extend during certain attack frames, and when I used the fire stream attack, it kind of turned into a fork structure. Oh, this is bad. And I put the game on easy. I would hate to play it on hard. Yeah, there's just a lot of enemies. That's cool. We can deal with that. So yeah, there are a few games in the series, like I said, but this is the only one that's an action platformer in this style. It's on the Super Nintendo, as I said, but the sequel is called Makeruna Makendo 2. Oh, I didn't know what the subtitle is, but it's something silly. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, the sequel is actually a fighting game that was released on both the SNES and the PlayStation. So it's a 1-on-1 fighter, you know, in the traditional Street Fighter 2 style. But it has a quite wacky sense of style and available characters. So there's a lot of silly character designs and such. It's one of those kinds of fighting games. Oh boy, ice. The ice level was the second level. I wonder if there's an underwater level later. Oh boy. Come on, time's ticking. Joe, get moving. Okay, cool. Oh, I had a different attack there. Okay, I'm gonna save state here, because... Yep, alright, good. Made it. Yeah, I had a kind of wind-blowing attack there, which is interesting. So yeah, I guess I should say that off the back of this game, they made an anime OVA that had the characters and setting. Oh, okay. This is my gig, honey. I'm gonna rock your world. 1 and a 2 and a... Ouch. That was a bad time to save. So I was just about to be hit. Hang on. Yes, made it. This reminds me of a character from Super BC Kid, but, you know, not in any way that really makes sense. The rabbit princess who lives on the moon is what I'm talking about, if you're familiar. This has got to be possible. I did it once, didn't I? Okay, save again. Okay, yeah, I'm a professional. So, oh boy, that was tough. What kind of attack did you do to me? Just gotta be really careful. It was that ice again, wasn't it? So yeah, in the OVA, Mai's sister is a character. Her name's Hikari. She comes back in the sequel, the fighting game, as sort of the main quote-unquote character, I guess, insofar as you can have one of those in a fighting game. I want to do this without losing my life, if possible, because we've only got 3 continues. Alright, let's focus on not getting hit as much, charging up our thingy, and then, yeah, okay, that works. Do I take contact damage from this? Yeah, she also turns chibi in some of her animations, which is a fun detail, as you can see. Adding to the silliness factor of this game. Yeah, so the game that has the subtitle of 2 is a completely different style of game as a fighting game. And then there's a 3rd game in the series called Makeruna Makendo 3. No, Z, actually. Zeto. which is different again. It's a JRPG, and it introduces another new character who is like, I think, Mai's cousin, who, funnily enough, was on exchange in America during the last 2 games and has just come back for this one. So it's sort of an opposite of what turned out to be the localized story for this game. So there's a nice bit of synchronicity there. Alright, I might have to just spend my life to get through this. Yeah, okay. Come back. Full health. Pow. Just spam my way through it. Yep, all good. We're done. Yes. You know, I said I wasn't going to die again. Oh, at the end is another bus stop. That's a funny detail. I like that. So yeah, Makeruna, not Macarena. Makendo Z was released on the PC FX, which was actually a console I wasn't really familiar with until reading up about this. Hang on a sec. There's something fishy here. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Oh, it's the dreaded water level. Dude, they're getting these like tropes out of the way quickly. We had the ice level already, and now the water level. So there'll be no more annoying levels for the rest of the game, I'm sure. Anyway, the PC FX was NEC's successor to the PC Engine, which was known in certain markets as the TurboGrafx 16. That was a very silly name. So yeah, it was sort of contemporaneous with the Saturn and the early PlayStation, but nowhere near as successful as either of those. It's got to be said. I think it was on the market between 94 and 98, I think I read. Oh, now we've got a current to contend with, pushing us back. Whoa. Yes, please. Don't know how long that lasts for. Oh, that was a really short level. I'm not complaining. I don't want to be in the water any longer than I have to. Alright, best charge up my power while this guy's assembling. Alright, take that! Ah, that didn't do anything. Do I have to hit the head? Yes, I have to hit the head. But I can swim, as I demonstrated already. If you mash the attack button, you just sort of fly up in the air. Well, it's not air, it's water, because I'm underwater, obviously. But I guess one of my magical powers is the ability to hold my breath. Hang on, this isn't even the boss, because we're not at a bus stop. And he doesn't have a health bar. So this is a mini boss, I think. Okay, avoid that. Nice. Ouch. Dude, that does way too much damage. You are overpowered, my friend. I'm gonna go with the charging move. I just dodge his attacks, get a charge up, and then hit him in the head. I don't know how much charge I need to do the fire, but I think it's when it gets to yellow. So whenever you can see that sidebar getting to yellow state. Okay, that's good. Go to the other side, why not? Ow. Okay, if you're gonna do that, that's unfair. I'm very scandalized by this. Wait, what? Why did that happen? Hold on a second. That's set up really weird. I was trying to rewind, actually. But it did not... Oh, right. I got quick save and quick load set to those buttons. Eee. Let's not have that. So what is rewind? I'm going to change that. Hold on a second. Nope, wrong button. That one. I don't know. Okay, good. What did I do? Alright. Oh boy, why am I... Oh no, that's bad. Okay. Apologies. Yeah, while we're doing this. Oh yeah, so the localization of this game was handled by a company called SETA US, as I said before. It's another company that I actually didn't know much about, but I looked up their gameography and I noticed one thing on the list that I recognize, and that's Bioforce Ape. That's a wonderful game that I almost mentioned during my werewolf stream because it's kind of about a therianthrope character who is a man who has like a beastly ape form. Although I think you're in ape form for the entirety of the game, as far as I know. But anyway, it's a sort of legendary lost game that was a prototype on the NES but never released. But it's quite interesting. The ape character has sort of kind of professional wrestling attacks that you can execute on enemies, and it's just this really weird platformer where levels are enormous and you're just running through these giant mazes and jumping all over the place with huge jumps. It's a really crazy thing to see in action. Oh, finally. Okay. Yes, not a lot of health left, but we made it. It's sinking into the mud. I'm gonna try and find some rice if I can. There is some. Let's get that. Yep. Okay. Hey, where'd it go? What gives? It was right there. What happened? I'm very upset by that. Oh, goodness me. Where did I save? Just here. Okay. If we go right there, maybe it despawned or something. I'll go right there. So if I go down here and then up here. Okay, it's there. Great. Got it. Oh, okay. Oh! Alright. So when I defeated that particular enemy... Oh, was that a 1-up? I think that was a 1-up. Maybe. I don't know what that was. Anyway. When I defeated that enemy, the color of its orb changed the color of my little orb down there on my UI, which then changed what my special attack is when I do that. So I don't actually like this one because it has a lot less reach, but presumably it does more damage. It doesn't even, because that thing still took 2 hits to defeat. I guess it has more vertical range, so it's going to hit things in front of me. Oh, the current, I hate it. Okay. Like, it's going to hit things at my feet as well as, yeah, like the whole height of my character sprite. Why are you doing that stance? I'm really confused about this game. It's alright. We're doing pretty well. Pretty well. We're doing okay. Alright. So the actual boss should be just up ahead. I'm thinking... Yeah, there it is. Good old sunken bus stop. Food fight! Look guys, sushi for dinner. Wait, what do you mean by that exactly? Because I'm not sushi, you're sushi. I guess when fish eat humans, that's sushi. Whoa boy. Now there's 2 of them. Man, that thing has a lot of health. Nuts. Dude. They have so much health. And I don't have a whole lot. Alright. Avoiding them. That's the key. Yep. Much like I did not do just then. So instead of getting hit, I'm gonna duck. Oh no. Oh, okay. And avoid the one. I'm not gonna apologize for rewinding because I'm just lame, that's all. Damn. Kindly do not do that. So when they sort of stop moving up and down, that's when they're going to charge forward. Getting so much lag that speeding up the rewind is not all that much faster. Oh, they're so irritating. Okay, we're just gonna have to burn lives on every boss fight, it seems. Oh, we actually took one out. Huh. So that's the key. Focus on one. Yeah, okay, I'm going back. Because if I can focus on one and take it out, then I can avoid their attacks better, I think. This guy was quite close to not being around anymore. Stupid worm. Why are you so frail, Joe? If she hits her head from swimming upwards like that, it's she goes into this animation where she kind of falls for a bit, so we want to avoid that. Oops. Yeah, okay. Almost made it there. Just aim myself. Oh, this is really difficult. Okay, so just go here and then no. I don't know what's more difficult of the two games. We'll just have to get through. Oh, he was so close. No, I'm going back. I will not take this. This is just an outrage. Okay, I'm here. And to prove it, I've arrived. No, it's the other way around. That's a Ruddlesome. Very bend. Okay. Just ignore all this, it's fine. I'll edit it out of the archive. I'm not actually going to do that. Okay, so if I just tap, swim, and don't hit my head, what happens? Oh my goodness, this guy's impossible to avoid. I hate it. Alright, I'll spend the life. Last time I'm doing this. Hey, don't do that. I don't appreciate it, buddy. And the purple fish is pretty easy to avoid. Oh no, it dived! Okay, now I'm upset. What the heck was that? Sorry, I heard a sound that you didn't hear. So this is like pretty hard, but I think we'll be fine. Why don't we focus on the green fish? I think it has less health. Yeah, we took it out. Okay. Now get the purple one. If I stay over here, the orange one can't hit me. The purple one just seems to be staying up at that level now, which is good for me. Okay, I haven't lost a life yet, I think. Cool. That's much better. Kind of regret losing my other coloured orb power up though. Ah! Bloody worm. Yeah, you can go to sleep with the fishes, buddy. Right, so. Yes, we did it. Woohoo! On your bus. Woo! You float like a butterfly and sting like something that I missed the joke. Oh boy. Don't know why the text is scrolling so fast. I might have changed something on that option screen by mistake. Anyway, Techno Dying. So like I said at the top, this game is sort of a Sailor Moon pastiche. Damn it, I had the opportunity to change my... Yep, I'm gonna rewind. Hold on a second. We want a better power up than this. I don't like this one. I want that projectile one if possible. Yellow? Let me try yellow. Oh, I didn't get it. What gives? I have a yellow orb counter down there, so maybe it's a different thing, but I don't know what it is or what it could be. Oh well, we'll continue. There should be another one of those guys at some point. So this is the Donkey Kong stage. Okay, I'm red now. Great. Oh, she sort of blocked and it used up my yellow thing. That's interesting. I'm going to rewind a bit because I want to save that yellow thing. If that's what it does, it'll help me survive a boss fight better, I think. So instead of just jumping off there... Whoops! Okay. That's fine. I want to grab those power-ups on my way down, actually, so... Why are you running like that, dude? Oh, I don't need them anyway. Oh, and I've lost it again. Man, this is tough, dude. Alright. Cracked wall. Can I break it? No, I can't. So what gives? That's a dead end. Alright. Rewinding it is. So, as a sort of Sailor Moon pastiche, it's an example of the magical girl genre of Japanese, media. Which, in effect is another kind of superhero in a way. Often they're also high school aged people, girls, because of course. Yeah, she's just keeping that momentum going. And yeah, while the Sentai characters are sort of derived from sci-fi and alien type stuff, magical girls are obviously more magical in origin. So in this case, it's, yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what the plot is at this point. There was a weird guy with a blue face who gave me a magical talisman, and that let me transform into this form. Yeah, okay, whatever. Is that the way forward? And if so, how do I get there? Because I've lost my yellow counter orb. But this wave is a little bit better than the green one, I think. It's got a bit of a range to it. Oh yeah, and it does that triple projectile. That's what I was sort of looking for. Oh, okay. Landmines, of course. So yeah, there's tons of shows in the magical girl genre, but Sailor Moon's probably the one touchstone that a lot of people would be familiar with. When I was planning this stream out, I sort of thought, oh, Wonder Momo and Kendo Rage, they're just kind of the same genre, so they naturally go together. I don't really understand the level design here. I'm missing something. Let's go over here. Yeah, that's right. So what if I land here? I don't know, man. What is going on? Try my other buttons. Oh my gosh, I had another ability I didn't even know about. Oh, that's draining my health. Okay, don't do that one. So what if I jump up here and then... Okay. So that's kind of a special attack that really hurts me, so I don't actually like that. Oh, hit the bouncer and it bounces you. Like it. Yeah, so... Like I said, I was talking to my wife last night about this. And she was like, no, those two things are actually different. Oh, I can jump out of this wind thing. Great. Ah, of course, there's a landmine. Did my sidebar, like, absorb a hit thereby saving my health? I don't know. Stamp right up. First impressions are so important. Nice puns, dude. So yeah, like the Sentai kind of show, like I said just now, it's kind of sci-fi in origin, and it's more focused on action and fighting, and perhaps the wish fulfillment of the characters who are able to transform in that way. Not that that's not a factor in magical girl shows too, I'm sure, but her opinion was that shows like Sailor Moon are more focused on things like relationship drama and the character interaction and stuff like that more than a show like Power Rangers is, which I guess will depend on the show and will be true to greater or lesser degrees, but I think the key difference is perhaps the audience, or the perceived or intended audience for these two types of things, being that a Sentai show might be aimed at boys, whereas a show in the Sailor Moon type of camp might be aimed at girls. And that's not to say that vice versa, or people of any gender can't enjoy them, but I think it's the motivation of the creators of the show to some extent, and sort of what they're aiming for when they create the thing. Joe, baby, don't ever change for me. That's my job. Okie dokie, so we got a transformer. Yeah, my side totally absorbed that hit. That's pretty cool. But yeah, we've got the red orb now, which lets us do the fire stream attack, which I like. So charge that up. Oh, okay. I can avoid one of those attacks depending on the arc. Yeah, but if okay. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, I do have a health left, so we don't have to use our continue up just yet. Dude, I don't. Okay. No, but what? That's tough. That's real tough. Okay. Oh boy. So anyway, in terms of this game and video games in general, I think even if you're adapting a show like Sailor Moon, when you're making an action game, like the difference between those genres is more, I don't know, moot a bit, unless you have a gameplay style that's focused on character interaction, like a visual novel or an RPG or something. Nuts, dude, this thing. See, it does that. When am I going to get a chance to get up and attack it? Because I can't reach it while it's spitting the balls. I can avoid this, but if I'm focused too much on avoiding it, I also can't hit it. So I'm going to struggle, I think, to do much damage quickly. Oh, and then if I make contact, it hurts me. This is brutal. And bosses seem to have a lot of health at this stage of the game. I'm not even halfway through. Oh boy. Oh man. Oh, that's different. Why is that different? Instead of the little elephant flying up, it was like a version of my sprite. Anyway. Okay, if I can take a couple of steps in between those orbs, I might be able to get close enough. Like so, and then hit it a few times, but then I gotta be wary of the charge. Okay. I think I have an idea now. Yeah, I could do that, and then... Okay, alright. More avoiding, less aggressive. I think we could do this. Because, okay. Oh, no. Okay. How long does this phase last exactly? Cool. Okay. But yeah, on top of this being an action game... Oh, okay. New phase. A lot of different forms, obviously. It's the Transformer guy. Yeah, there's no way. I can... Oh, yeah, okay. I can attack. Ah, back here. Okay. Oh, only 2 balls. You were supposed to do 3, dude. Oh, so close. So close. Alright, we almost had him there. If I rewind a bit, actually, I might be able to avoid a couple of attacks. Yeah, get to this point. Okay, keep... Oh, no. Okay, she just ran off. Oh, no. Okay. Oh. yeah, I mean, okay, so on top of this being an action game, it's also got that kind of cheesy parody thing going on. So there's maybe not as much opportunity for the kind of drama that I was talking about there. It's using the magical girl idea as an aesthetic and a sort of premise. Oh, gut sack. Hey, how about you stop? Oh, did that? Why did I not take damage just now? Alright, that's fine. One more hit. We're good. Hey, why'd you sit there? How about you get up? Okay. Yes. Oh, thank goodness. 0 lives remaining. I got some continues, so we'll use them. Well, what are we gonna do? Maybe I'll just die straight away in the next stage, and then because continuing starts you from the beginning of a stage anyway. You better quit toying around. You can't be late if you have to stay at school, says Mr. Man. Say 3 continues, 3 more stages. So I think we'll be okay. Given says the music reminds me of Mega Man X, and yeah, I could see that actually. Oh. Okay, just hit me a couple times, Mr. Ghosts with hats. Monkey. Yeah, do a bit more damage, come on. I'll let you have a free hit. I just want to continue from this point. Okay, cool. Goodbye, elephant. Two continues left. The commute. We're definitely gonna finish this game. Ow. That's okay, this power is pretty good. I might want to focus on getting a yellow orb from those guys if I can, to help me protect myself. Yeah, health, I like it. Oh, I'm sorry about the lag. It's kind of slowing down the audio, slowing down the gameplay. I don't like that. Yeah, so if you noticed that when I got hit, my psi went down as well as my health. I kind of thought that might be my psi protecting me, but I'm not sure. You little buggers. Yeah, we'll just jump over and hey, a chicken! I guess it was an enemy chicken. But yeah, good music. Did I look up the musician for this game? It's all on Moby Games. I don't know. Alright. Bit of an obstacle course. Pretty unforgiving, I gotta say, but we got that extra life, so that's nice. Alright, that's good. So time stopped only stops our doomsday clock up there. Doesn't freeze enemies or anything like that. Yamaoku Machi. So we're going to a town on a train. Alright, so we've been on buses all the way through so far. Ah, see? I actually got the yellow orb, but I immediately used it because I'm a loser. Ready? Go! Yeah, kept my orb. Save point. It's only one hit. It's kind of disappointing, really. Because you can restore health at any point, but the counter orbs are a bit rarer. Dude. I would hate to see this game on hard mode, I tell you what. It's pretty relentless. What? Huh? Who dares challenge the great Doctor Who? Excuse me? Oh, it's an owl. Okay. So how about that new Doctor Who? Oh, that's pretty great. Jodie Whittaker's awesome. I like the companions as well. Friends, I should say. I think Graham's kind of the standout. He gets a lot of funny lines and stuff. Doctor Who! Yeah, he's kind of... Yeah, he's got that little hat and the bow tie. He's dressed a little bit like Mr. what's his face? Damn it, why can I never remember the second Doctor's name? Patrick Troughton. Yes. Thank you, Brain. No, not Matt Smith. He didn't wear a hat. But yes, the bow tie, definitely. After all, bow ties are quote-unquote cool. I wonder what this guy's name was in Japanese. Since we're committed ourselves to using continues now, I can just take as much damage as I want with impunity. Oh yeah, a bit of McCoy. Yeah, why not? Okay. I was afraid the game froze, but no. And there's no bus stop on a train, so we're just gonna transition there. I missed the joke again. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, Doctor Who, good stuff. I just was reading some comics. Actually, I got Triathlon. I got a bunch of Titans comics in a Doctor Who comics bundle on Humble Bundle a while back. So I was sort of catching up on those and reading some older ones too from Doctor Who magazine and such. There's a lot of history there. The magazine itself has been going pretty much constantly from... Oh yeah, I Want to Die since it's a new stage. So yes, kill me, Mr. Soccer Dude. The magazine's been running like almost continuously for those 50 years that the show's been on, and there's comic strips throughout the whole history of it too. And then there's Torchwood magazine and its comic strips too. Yeah, let's get the fire. I think that makes the sword extend a bit further, but then it also gives me the fire stream, which I like a lot. So that's cool. Hey, I'm not in soccer club. The ticket machines, the route maps, it's all very classic. Whoa, this guy does bicycle kicks, that's pretty impressive. Alright, let's at least try not to die, shall we? I wonder how much health this guy has. Yeep. And yeah, the comics in the magazine have got a lot of reprints over the years, so there's lots of opportunities to read them. Marvel reprinted and colorized some while they had the license, and then when Panini had the license, they did their own collections of books of magazine comics. They weren't colorized, but they were cleaned up and stuff. There we go. I don't think Titan or IDW did any magazine stuff. Oh no, IDW did do a few collections actually, and colorized as well actually. So yeah, Titan is missing out. Titan is doing reprints of IDW stuff, but not all the stuff as far as I'm aware. Oh, Dragon Quest slimes, is it? Okay. Oh boy, okay. I almost got to that rice. But for those little guys that popped out from behind the posters. Very sneaky. Yeah, take that. Great. A bit more health. Oh, full health. Lovely. I'm happy. So yeah, new Doctor Who's great. I'm kind of surprised by how different it feels. And then at the same time, I watched an episode like last week's one, and like this like feels very familiar as well. So it's a good thing. Give me that yellow orb. Yeah, thank you. Lelo. Let's not waste it straight away. Yeah, wasn't so much a fan of the giant spider episode from last week, but this week's one on the spaceship, that was good. Okay, so this is like the sports themed level, I guess. We're now fighting the volleyball team for some reason. They aren't even like monsters. They're just ordinary people here. I guess it's weird that they're all clones. Oh, okay. You've turned grey, but you're still attacking me. I don't like that. Yeah, they're just normal people. Setting up the spike, it's not coming. Oh, you got me. Yeah, take that. Last one, please. Oh boy. Oh, I can't quite reach. I wonder if the grey one's gonna hurt me if I don't contact. That's okay, I can still reach. We don't need to get any closer. Ah, hey. Okay. When she's coming up for the spike, I'll move. Move! Okay, I was way too slow. Again, it's sort of Castlevania-like. you have to be very deliberate and careful. Come back. Ah, the contact, very slight contact. The comparison I saw actually for this game was the Valis series, which is not something I'm familiar with, but I also saw that comparison when talking about El Viento, which was my second stream this year, start of the year, and something I enjoyed very much. So I think it's just the female protagonist that makes people think of them, but they are kind of similar action side scrollers kind of thing, I guess. That's the link, but there's plenty of those in gaming. Oh, good. We did it. Great. What's next? The swimming team? My prediction is badminton. Oh wow. Okay, so this is a nice trope. It's the evil version of you, kind of like similar thing, but bad. Evil will love to be served. Wait, what'd you say? Evil will love to be served a rosy victory. It is badminton! Look at her! She's got an evil, like, racket, and she's throwing, yeah, she's hitting those little imps at me. Okay, I can deflect them with my Kendo. Yeah, that's funny, actually. Like, at least for this level, it's all based on after-school activity clubs, of which Kendo is one. Oh, I get it. Okay, we're doing a Ganondorf volleyball thing here. Aghanim, whatever. Aghanim was only ever one attack hit back at him. I don't think it was until Ocarina of Time where you had the whole sparring match where I went back and forth multiple times. Okay. Maybe the red orb isn't so good on this one, because do they not change your trajectory of your hit? And since this one's always a stab, it's just going to go straight forward every time. Doesn't have as much coverage. Come on. Dead Man's Volley? What's it called? Hello? Come on now. This is tough. She's got great reflexes. Ow! Alright, so don't approach. Oh, why am I back here? That sucks. That's okay, I guess. I guess it's fine. Let's keep our yellow orb into that fine, shall we? Yes, great. Evil will love to be served a rosy victory. There's roses. Ow. Okay, great. Oh, man. Oh, that hit. When she did that stream of like a whole bunch of them, I managed to hit one back and get a good connection with it. Okay. So maybe the trick is to approach, and then when she does that, then you can, yeah, okay. Maybe that's it. And just avoid her other attacks while you're trying to set that up. Okay. Oh, it's tough there, and I'm taking a lot of damage for it. I always get hit. Okay, come on. Whirlwind me. Ah! Oh, I got another one. Okay, that's cool. But I've been losing a lot of my mojo. Yeah, I'm dead. Cool stuff. Good gimmick, but I don't know. A bit tricky. Can't quite get a handle on it. Oh, you evil woman. She is tough, dude. Alright, I think the key is get close, do that, and then jump away. Nah, that's not gonna work. Hey, it worked. Oh, but, those ones definitely passed through her sprite, but they weren't doing any damage. I guess I have to be a certain distance away? But yeah, when there's that stream of them, it's really hard to avoid getting hit. Oh no. This is bad. Okay. What gives, lady? What gives? Oh! The volley! It worked! Oh, come on. But I'm sure that's worked before. This is pretty frustrating. Especially with the lag, and again I apologize for that. That really shouldn't be happening. I can't explain it. You know what? Oh, but, okay. You know, I had an opportunity to change my power-up, but I couldn't actually tell you for sure whether the trajectory of my hit is actually any different between them. It's just that the red one, if what I assume is correct, it's particularly unsuited to this battle. I guess I just have to get good. Am I right? Alright, let's do it. Easy. That was one hit. Maybe the slowdown is working in my favor right now. It'll give me slightly more reaction time. Oops. Okay, so here's the idea. I'm gonna put this in total, like, cheese ball save scum mode, where after every successful hit, I'm saving my file. Yes, okay. So it is just a dead man's volley. It's not too hard. I've played a lot of, you know, Zelda games. They're all easier than this though, they're way easier. Hitting Ganondorf with his own energy orbs, like, it's never really that much of a challenge, I think. I still haven't played Link's Awakening actually. That's got an Aghanim phase in the Nightmare fight. Yeah, this is okay. I'll do this. As long as it doesn't go too high over her head. Ah, nuts. Okay, it's pretty simple. Whew. Oh, nuts. So, what have you been playing, Given? Still doing Rusty Pup? I finished Mighty Gunvolt Burst. Ray is amazing in that game. It's very fun. Ray's a great character. I should draw a pixel out of Ray, actually. And the others, probably. I'm probably gonna play Blaster Master Zero next, actually, since it's, like, sort of, kind of part of that universe. You do have Gunvolt as a DLC character in that game, although I didn't buy him and I don't think I will. It's not as much worth it, I think, in that style of big Metroidvania type game to have multiple playable characters unless you really are into replaying the game. It was much easier to replay Mighty Gunvolt Burst, but replaying Blastmaster Zero I think is a bit more of an undertaking. So I do have 2 free DLC characters that I got when they were in their free release period, and that's Shantae and Shovel Knight. I might give Shantae a go in addition to the regular Jason mode, but don't think I'll bother with Shovel Knight. I mean, the good thing about Ray was that she changed up the playstyle a fair bit compared to Beck and Gunvolt. Given that he's still slowly going through Rusty Pup. It just went over her head when it got too fast. I don't get that. Why would you do that? Why would you do that attack? What did I do to you? Yeah, that's what I thought, Gibbon. He's saying that, he doesn't like the DLC characters in Blastermaster Zero because he says them being there is fine, but the game is very much made for the primary playstyle. And all of the DLC characters have unique playstyles, so it doesn't necessarily work well with the game the way it's designed. Like, it's good trying to make them different, but I think especially for that game's structure in particular, it's just not maybe the best. Yeah, like you said. Anyway, this boss fight is just ridiculous, and like, I don't know, man. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. This whole idea of save stating after every hit is fine and all, but I haven't actually got a single hit since then. And then I've been reloading when I die, so I think I'll just leave it for now. I want to test actually if you do have a different trajectory of your hit with a different power orb, and whether another one might be suited to that. But that's going to take a while because I have to replay the stage, basically. I had the opportunity to go back to a save state just before this fight. Okay, that's a hit. Hold on, I can't take my hand off the controller. Oh, it's 2 hits. Great, alright, well, plan A it is then. Let's stick with that for now. Oh, great. Oh, wow, okay, great. Oh, I've had a breakthrough somehow. The game's AI decided to be nicer to me, I guess. Given also says that he's planning on starting Valkyria Chronicles at some point soon. And yeah, I have noticed you talking about that a few times, because there's a few games in the series and you've been kind of thinking about what order to do them in. Correct me if I'm wrong, that's the kind of alternate World War I but with a bunch of schoolgirls in tanks, is that right? It's one of the strategy RPGs that I'm not very adept at, and I don't really have the patience for. Not quite, he says. Okay, well, forgive me. My inaccurate understanding of the franchise. And by World War I of course mean the First World War. Troll, lol. I'm thinking Girls und Panzer. No, I don't think so. Ah, finally. No! Wait! The final hit got me and her at once. Alright. Sorry about all the rewinding and save stating. I know that makes for a bad viewing experience. Okay, it is an alternate First World War, and there are tanks, but they're not schoolgirls. Gibbons making that clear. Fair enough. But speaking of schoolgirls, this level is School Days. Oh. Let's not get two of the same orb that just does nothing for me. I do like this orb, not so much for that boss fight, but generally yes, so I'm gonna just get 2 yellow orbs, I think. And then we'll see what else the game throws at me. I might end up with something else. Okay, 2 yellow orbs, that's fine. Let's go. Oh, you're back. Again we meet, this time I'm new and improved. Yeah, whatever, so am I. I've played the game now, and I kind of understand what I'm doing a bit more. And I've got you trapped in a pattern over there. How about that? Ouch. Oh, what happened? I died. Okay. Surely that is not correct. Alright, but it is the start of a stage. Maybe I do want to actually die. This feels like a boss rush, actually. Yeah, it is. Okay, let's die. Kill me, please. Thank you. I see the yellow orb only protects you from attack, not a contact. Like projectiles, not a contact hit. Alright, we're gonna do this very soon. World War I or II, but with some magic thrown in, is a fairly common setting these days, let's get it. Alright, so what's my clan? I'm on blue, so that's fine. Blue's okay. I'll just get some orbs and yeah, charge up our magic. Actually, I haven't checked for an idle animation. She appears to have one, where she raises her Kendo sword. Actually, I haven't tried half the buttons on this controller. Alright, they don't seem to do anything. Yeah, whatever. Fine. Great. Easy peasy. Charge up a bit, and let's go. Last time, you stole my line. This time, oops. Wait, did that even... Oh, it did. What? Oh, I'm confused. Whatever, doesn't matter. Just mash, it's fine. For some reason I recognize this music. Dun, 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 dun. So... is that a ha or a ho? Oh, it's a ba. Soba udon. It's a noodle place. Okay, so the fish are named after the Three Stooges or something. Fine. And you know what I was saying before about the trajectory? It does look a little bit different, doesn't it? So I guess I was right. It's okay, we can lose a life. Great. Where's Purple Fish? I want to speak to Purple Fish. And yeah, look, she's not just extending it straight out, she's got a bit of a swing to it, so... There you go. I don't want you diving at me, so I'm going to take you out next. No, you don't, Worm. Dr. Worm. Good morning, how are you? Dr. Worm. I'm interested in things. Not a real doctor. I am a real worm. I am an actual worm. I look like a worm. And I like to play the drums. Yeah, so water just came out of nowhere. That's fine. Whatever. I'll just roll with it. Oh, Doctor Who's back. Nope, it's the Transformer guy, I forgot. This time I won't be toying with you, Joe. Whoopsie. Okay. Oh, that was shorter than I expected. Fine. Yes. We can get that attack off. Nope. Fine. Cool. Hey, stop. Oh! You know, I thought that attack didn't actually hurt me, but I was wrong. Spam it, spam it, spam it! Damn it. I can get through that. But there's no health refills. Yeah, for some reason he doesn't always hurt me when he's just running back and forward, whatever. Anyway. Yeah, some orbs if you please. Oops, I missed him. Oh well, whatever, it's fine. Hoo boy, the doctor is in and I make house calls. Yeah, I'll avoid those feathers if you please. Why are they all such damage sponges? Ah, not so. Oh, okay. There's no real death animation. Ugh, I missed them. This is not good. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to fight her again! Yeah, to be fair, it's more tennis than badminton, but I still claim that I was right about that. Game over. Oh, really? Straight to the title screen. Oh, that's very frustrating. Okay. So I'm here, in my save state. Alright, I can do this. Maybe. This game got hard, man. Dude. You know what? Does my emulator support cheats? I think I've done this before, and my conclusion was no, it doesn't. Stupid no cheating emulator. Give me my cheats. Trainers. Ooh, it does. How do I do this? Oh man, that's really complicated. Yeah, it's like Game Shark stuff. Yeah, there's no way I'm beating this without Game Shark codes, so I'm totally gonna do it. I have no shame. Let's do it. I'm looking up the codes. Here I am on Cheat Happens. Oh, there's a level select cheat. Good. So that's there by default. But even if so that means that I would be able to get back here from the title screen, but then the problem is when you use a continue, you start from the start of the stage. Okay, I've got some codes. I'm gonna try them. Let's do it. Infinite HP. I'll just start with that one. All right. So in my cheat menu, inf HP, and the code is 7E148 E:40, apparently. Alright, so I did it. I pressed the button. Oh, I'm still getting hurt. That's so unfair. So I guess it didn't work? Oh, maybe I haven't activated it. Oh, okay, now I've activated it. And my health is being restored. Yes! Ah, we're the masters of the game Genie. Woohoo! Now I can relax. This was never a demonstration of my skill. Let's be honest about that. So yeah, good stuff. What else could I activate? Easy boss? I wouldn't mind that. Infinite block? Could be helpful. Infinite HP? That's what I did. Infinite lives? That would probably be a more fair way of doing it. Or not. I could do infinite lives and infinite block, and then it wouldn't be so just like straightforward. Infinite sigh and walk through enemies. I'm not going to take the time to add more cheats. Probably be better to do an infinite lives and infinite block, but forget it. Forgot about it. It don't matter. Let's just beat up Doctor Who. Actually, one of the interesting things about looking at, especially like really old Doctor Who comics, there was a pretty good preservation effort by someone, I'm not sure who, but they always tend to have the same page at the start about the history of the series and these sort of unseen installments of like obscure comics, and they repackage things from like old annuals from the 60s, and there was like some kind of serial promo, and there was also a set of collectible cards that were included in this confectionery product that was like lolly cigarettes. Oh, you never did that attack before. She dropped one on the ground and just let it walk at me. So they're like lollies in the shape of cigarettes. It's cool. Like, you basically can't get them anymore, obviously. Or no, maybe you can, because I remember reading about how there was one of these products that went by the name Fags, which is a slang word for cigarettes in British English, and they renamed them to something else, but they might still be available. They just are called something different now, because yeah, we don't want to be using that word. It means other things. Anyway, this particular brand of lolly cigarettes came with these cards, and on the back of them, if you got all 50 of them, it would tell this like Doctor Who story, but with a very different incarnation of the character. It's like in the era of the first Doctor, but the guy in these stories was like a space action hero. Anyway, this looks like a final boss. Joe, I might have to keep you after school. Oh no, is this like the evil principal or something? Oh, I got the green orb. Didn't notice. Whatever, it's fine. Watch out for the fireballs. Total demon school teacher. Interesting. Ooh. How was I supposed to avoid that? I know how, by using Game Shark codes. I should do this every stream. Just Game Genie it up and just go to town. I wonder if Wonder Momo had any cheats. Too late for that. Now I'm mad. I'll teach you a lesson. Josephine! Whoa, he's got the extendy arms like those crab enemies that I saw earlier. Wow, that's nuts. This is really bizarre, actually. Ow. And stupidly, since I have the green orb, I can't do any range attack on him. So I have to brave the spikes. I gotta say, this is pretty unique. I've never seen an attack quite like this in a game. I mean, it's not unlike being in a big mouth or something. And he does like to go on about it, doesn't he? His voice clips are never ending. Take that, jerk. I see, I'll have to suspend you from kendo school forever. Oh wow, the wings were a separate entity. Okay, that's cool. There's eyes inside those bat wings. I like a good multi-phase boss fight. Oh, we got a newcomer here, Omni Gamer. I don't know you, but welcome. Good to see you. You've managed to catch the end of Kendo Rage. I've activated an infinite HP health cheat because the game is too hard for me to get through the boss rush stage without it. I got through the rest of the game, you know, with the use of save states and rewinds, of course. This is a blind, casual playthrough, of course, so casual, I think, implies the use of massive cheating. Sure, of course it does. Omni gave me a great use of the game is quite hard. Thanks for the validation. I like the style of the game, so I wanted to get through it and see all I could. Learn anything? Yeah, something about a Japanese guy called Bob. That text is scrolling way too fast and I don't appreciate it, but okay. So 9 o'clock was actually the limit, so I was pretty close to it. And yeah, a nice little character parade. I love those. Good. They're the best part of Donkey Kong Country games. So yeah, seeing all the characters named at the end, it's good. Cousin Red, and yeah, of course we've got all the localized names. Yeah, the sequel, the fighting game one. Yeah, totally. I covered that earlier. It's got 2 sequels actually. There's a JRPG on the PCFX after the second one. Croaky. That's funny. It's a pun on karaoke. Croaky Kate. Getting some lovely puns here. Curly. Mo. And what was the other guy? Bubbles. Oh, that's funny because it was like a trend, but then they broke the trend. Yeah, that's funny. Construction. So yeah, I enjoyed this game except for the crushing difficulty. So I recommend the use of the cheats if you can. But yeah, good. It had a fun, cheesy style. Oh, OmniGamer said you don't see this roll call if you play on easy. I thought I was playing on easy. Well, that's good to know. I mean, it's annoying when a game will lock you out of like the final boss or the final level or the proper ending if you play on easy. It's annoying. But yeah, I totally remember going to options and changing it to easy at the start of this. So we'll check that after I get kicked back to the title screen. The Dean of Detention. Whoa, that was a crazy color shifting thing. Okay, cool. So yeah, staff credits. A few of these names only have a couple of credits to them. I don't think anyone knows who Chuck is. But the main, oh, it's already gone by so quickly, but one of the designers, I think, was only credited for this game. And yeah, like I said, up top, Datum, did I even say it? Datum, what were they called? The company that made this game. They haven't done much, like some Mahjong games and stuff. Don't be a smart aleck, Joe. Okay, cool. So yeah, let me check the configuration. Seriously, I changed it. Did I not change it? Okay, so I changed it and then I was looking at other options and then I went back. I don't understand why it's on normal. Maybe because it just reset. I don't know. So that's really thrown me. If I was playing on normal the whole time, then maybe the game is easier and actually doable on easy mode. Oh, I'm so confused. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining me. This was a pretty fun stream. I played Wonder Momo and Kendo Rage, two games that are very difficult, and I struggled. Okay, so OmniGamer says, Gibbon's asking if it defaults after you die. Possibly. And OmniGamer says on easy you get 4 lives per continue, and some mini bosses have less HP. That's pretty much it. Well, the 4 lives would have helped, especially in that last fight, but in that last level. But even with 4, I wouldn't have got to the end without the trainers. So, yeah, not much change between the difficulties then, I guess. Well, I'm glad that I had an expert along for the last little bit of that. If only you could have come on the stream sooner, but that's okay. It was good to have the two of you around chatting. It's good. And thank you, whoever else is watching this, for watching. And I'll see you next week for more retro games with heroine characters. And hopefully we enjoy them. I might use cheats. It depends. All right. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, friends.